I want to go ahead and do this YouTube video because they got, it's just, early this morning was beautiful, it was glorious, but they got way too much going on, right now. It's a lot of fucking manipulation where I got entities coming in talking about we're gonna change up your farmer shit, entity attachments, roach attachments, and I didn't give any of this shit permission. Some of that shit, like Alex Nascimento, as well as this other entity here, Dan Martinez, that's part of Mikey Hernandez and stuff. I didn't give any of this shit permission. Primarily, it's the Alex Nascimento and something else. I think Baron Samedi. I just don't have time for the bullshit. I really don't, spiritually. Let me show you their looks. That being said, it's not going to be one of my longer videos like they usually are, but I'm going to upload the other video later on. With that being said, let me go ahead. What's today's date? It's June the 12th, 2022. I'm just trying to get back into the groove of doing videos. And I want to say this as well. Look at the way in which I'm motherfucking dressed. I noticed that the back of my hair looks mad weird. Why the fuck do fucking idiots come up assuming that I do sex work? I'm going to say something right now. When I lived on the PCH, I was a motherfucker when it came down to witchcraft. I used to talk about woke, giving out woke tickets. Woke on wetbacks. Woken. put motherfuckers to sleep spiritually. And in some cases where it was due, for instance, a couple that threw a good friend of mine's when I was frolicking butt ass naked on the PCH like I used to do, it brings back a lot of memories. He threw the guy over, and the white bitch that he was with was very, very jealous because she didn't like the fact that I had a nice body and I was flaunting it. She was with one of our brothers. Long story short, I whooped them. Next thing I know, I saw them on the PCH 2 months later, and they were looking at me like they were possessed, but they had lost a lot of consciousness and became possessed. And I'm going to say this as well. My friend, I actually have a picture of it, suffered a lot. He got falsely arrested by the police. He had blood all over his fucking face. I wasn't having it. So with that being said, these motherfuckers were living out of a very small car, and they two big motherfuckers too. So it looked like a clown car. And suffice it to say, they got woke. And they got woke really, really fucking bad because I didn't like what they did. But I'm going to be honest with you. When I got to jail, right before the curse commenced on me, I had no idea what I was putting on people. You know, somebody had put sacrifice angels in me one night that looked like this. No, I was sacrificing, well, not sacrificing, but inadvertently sacrificing people to them evil motherfuckers who put this curse on me, to their roach realm or something. And from what I understand, they're responsible for 29 deaths due to this. Ingrid Heiberg and all of that. But them fucking racist motherfuckers out there in Malibu blame me. You know, I see blood on the ground over there. But that's from a pickle that a young lady was eating. So anyways, with that being said, you know, I'm going to go ahead and say this. Usually I'm here doing tarot cards. And with that being said, sometimes, you know, because there's too much spirit energy going on in my room, I have to come outside to basically clear myself and clear my head. It's just too fucking much. So I just sit down, kind of, I hate to say it, in a moping, depressed state, watching cars, you know, go by and figuring out how the fuck can I escape what I'm fucking dealing with. I don't know what the fuck is going through these guys' heads, but I have a lot of motherfuckers, especially them beanbags, wet butts, we're on wet butts, assuming and thinking that I'm available for prostitution. And I'm wearing this and this. If I was half the woman I used to be on the PCH, I would be giving them motherfuckers woke tickets. And they would not be waking up early in the motherfucking morning. I'll be honest with you, I almost thought about putting the shit that I got on me on their asses. For even assuming that. Because it's fucking disgusting. I see Legos colors right over there. Like, why would you know, people look at my eyes, but it's actually symptomatic. I heard in the spirit world of possession. But of, you know, really, you know, like I say, in a lot of my recent videos, I wish I could share with y'all the knowledge I used to share. I talk about losing consciousness, losing soul consciousness. That shit happened last night with that damn Martinez entity. Very evil motherfucker. And I have to recoup that every single fucking day. It's like going into the astral plane and going on a fucking crusade trying to find that shit and gather that shit back and put yourself back together. Like Humpty Dumpty. And it's hell having to deal with that shit. It's pure hell. You know, I'm not going to lie. And so I'm going to say this. I find it extremely insulting that they would assume that because I look like I'm drugged out, You know, they automatically assume black, you're automatically available for sex work as it is, but they see my eyes and they automatically assume available for prostitution. I almost want to start woking motherfuckers for that, but I'm just, and when I say woken, I mean putting the shit that I got on me right on their asses to teach their asses a hard fucking lesson about assuming that about black women especially. That's not something I tolerate. That's insulting to me. When I did that shit back in the day, that was a curse placed on me by Baron Samedi. That's not me. That's not what I want to do. That's not what I was intended to do. And my shit just got diverted because of mismanagement by very powerful but malevolent spirits that, you know, didn't really have my whole best interest at heart. But with that being said, you know, I find it aggravating that of somebody of my caliber, despite where I'm at, you can say mental, it's really spiritual. It's disgusting and it's extremely nauseating, to say the least. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and throw these cards. I mean, if I was a white woman in beanbags, wouldn't be assuming that. And it would be a lot more respectful. So I'm going to go ahead and use my third eye to see what's going to happen for us on, what is it? Today's date is June the 12th, 2024. I even had one fucking idiot come up to me saying, you want to go home? And I'm like, I'm telling you what the fuck I do. I'm telling you who the fuck I am. Why would you get the fuck away from me? So I'm almost thinking about throwing woke. I'm not going to do that. That looked like the devil right there when you think about it. So anyways, cased in the dog or look like a duck. But anyways, let me go ahead and use my third eye to see what's going to happen. I see somebody crossing over troubled waters, over a very troubled bridge. I see that things are going to start going uphill for you in a better direction. I see people lending you a hand to help you succeed with whatever it is you want to achieve. Now I'm getting fucked with right now. I'm having consciousness and all sorts of shit being taken away. And from what I'm understanding, they're trying to set it up with, you know, entity attachment so they can fuck with me for the rest of my life. So I gotta be careful.
I could have told her I was. What did she say?
I was using 2160 hertz on this motherfucker, this Dan Martinez entity, Santa Worthing's evil ass as well. 6666 hertz, frankincense works on her, along with black tourmaline, as well as to some degree this entity, but not as much. And 432 hertz. It is crazy because they'll set it up to where if you say something and they regurgitate it or something, or even before you say it because they ain't consciousness, they're gonna try to fuck you up and make you think that you're under their control or something. I got to get this evil shit out. And I saw where I got casted out of my body by that damn Martinez entity. You know, my ancestors and them were showing. So I see crossing over a bridge, and I see you being able to go in a better direction, or just don't let motherfuckers manipulate you is all I can say. The ending to a great journey. Everything is going to be, I'm just going to say, you're going to be in a much better position than you've ever been. So with that being said, let me go ahead and throw these cards. You know, like I was telling one guy today, I used to be very, very good at this, seeing what was coming, what was going to happen and so forth. But, you know, all this evil ass shit is just, it's mind-numbing to say the least. I don't appreciate all this manipulation. Man, get this evil shit out of here. Get this evil shit out of here. Trying to fucking... In the astral plane, they keep sending my Hecate over to Zendaya. I know it sounds crazy, in her highest self, or higher self, whose name is Jessica Ilhissa, and let her take control, even though, again, I never consented to any of this. I never gave permission for any of this. And keep on sending parts of my consciousness over there to her as well, in order to fuck me up and keep me under heavy curses. And I'm feeling that entity attachment of hers fucking with me right now, and it keeps being connected to that Ingrid hybrid motherfucker, you know, whose soul consciousness and all of that keeps fucking with me. Show you the pictures. Let me go ahead and complete these cards and get this shit out of the way. There's too much interruptions. So right here in the obstacle position, we got the world. And the world being in that position represents I feel that you could have accomplished something had you take certain steps, but it might fall out of your hands. So right here we got the Ten of Wands, and that's in the present position. And I feel that with the Ten of Wands being in that position, you have a lot of work to do. And it's overwhelming, and it's just very, very daunting, to the point where it's relentless. So for your future position, we got the Three of Cups. And the Three of Cups in that position represents happiness, uniting with people that's going to help you be successful down a certain road. So for the subconscious, we got the Eight of Cups, and I feel that you're tired of something, you're bored. You know, something is just getting too daunting to the point where it's just, you don't need to be dealing with this shit anymore. So at the top for the goals, we got the Ace of Wands. And with the Ace of Wands being in that position, that represents Ace of Wands in the goals position represents coming up with an epiphany, something that can help you out. So right here we got the Six of Pentacles. That's the advice card. And that's to get assistance. You're at a very great disadvantage, so you're going to need it. Page Sword, that's the energy you got all around you. It's a divisive situation where you got people that are rooting for you, caping for you. Then you got people that's against you. Five of Swords right here. I believe that's going to be more the outcome. That is your fear and hope. And I feel like you have a lot more rooting for you than anything. So you have luck on your side. So right here we got King of Wands. That's the outcome. And you can make it happen. You can go in whatever direction you want, but be very, very careful with what you choose. But you'll be successful either way, but just make sure you're not being manipulated. Anyways, if you want a more thorough, personalized tarot reading, please contact me at ravenbytarot22@yahoo.com. Peace. Hey, how you doing?
Good.